welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Krisan, and today we will be doing another K-pop 101 episode. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Krisan, and you can check out some of the stuff I've done before. I do reaction videos, art videos, a lot of different stuff, so make sure to subscribe so you can be updated with the stuff that I am doing. Today's topic is a topic I really wanted to talk about because it's very relevant to today. We're going to be talking about K-pop idols and mental health, so that people who are experiencing the same things don't feel alone, because there is that feeling of being alone when you're experiencing all these things. You have no one to turn to, you have no one for support, so it becomes very difficult on the individual. While normal people do experience it every day, a lot of K-pop idols also experience this as well. For a while, it wasn't talked about at all because it is considered, or it was considered, a stigma in Korean society, as per my friends. At least now they're being more open about it and talking about it more, and it is helping that a lot of idols have recently come out with their own struggles, and we're going to be discussing that today. Just a disclaimer for you guys, I am not an expert, I am not a psychologist or a psychiatrist or any of those things. I'm just someone who has experienced some of these in the past, and I have a lot of friends who are going through it as well. And all of whatever experiences I've had, I will discuss it very briefly, and so that you guys will understand as well. So we're only going to be focusing on K-pop idols slash artists slash celebrities. What are the most common mental health issues that K-pop idols or celebrities have? So there are 7 types of mental health, but the most common ones among K-pop celebrities I will be discussing about. So the first one is mood. So mood is anything that relates to how you are feeling. So this is either depression or bipolar disorder. Second is anxiety. So this is anything that has to do with, it's more situational and it can be triggered. So this would result into panic attacks. Third is personality disorder. So this is a little more specific and it has to be diagnosed. So some people can tend to be more reclusive, meaning they would rather be by themselves rather than with other people, or like they would rather stay at the safety of their own home. 4, eating disorders. So eating disorders are actually super common in any entertainment industry. This is because you're under a lot of pressure, so there will definitely be eating disorders, especially if it's not anorexia, it would be bulimia. There is also something called body dysmorphic disorder. This is when, how should I explain it? It's when the person doesn't believe what they see in the mirror. It is a very distorted view of themselves. And then the 5th one is trauma. So this is anything related to post-traumatic stress disorder. So anything can trigger this. It could be from their experiences in the past or experiences they've experienced as celebrities. When do they experience these mental health issues? Usually, first off, is when they're trainees. Okay, when you're a trainee, you go under a lot of pressure. Apart from auditioning, apart from your training every day, there's also preparation for debut, your evaluations, the stress that goes with that, the diet, and also you're gonna be spending your time with a lot of other trainees, competing for space, you're gonna be with other people living in a dorm. There's just so many factors, so many external factors that could trigger something or could have you develop a mental illness. So this is true because before, not just when I was a trainee, but when I would compete in dance competitions, there was a lot of like anxiety because you're pressuring yourself to do well. Like I was pressuring myself to do well. I was also pressuring myself to diet. There are some people who don't easily talk about their feelings or talk to other people. There was also the struggle with body dysmorphic disorder. I didn't know that it was a thing actually. My friend told me about it. She's actually a nurse, and she said that I had slight inklings of that. I thought I was still quite big, and she was like, no, you were so thin before, and I think you already developed that. But now, now I'm trying to go the healthy route and working out and being more gentle on myself. So yeah, so it's like that. And the other time that idols can develop this is during debut. So when you debut, that is not the end of the road. Oh no, that is not. So there is the pressure to debut and have their debut do well. There's the diet, the music video, product shoot, scheduling. There is just so many things that could pressure the individual, not just the individual, but also the people working with them, because there's a lot of, there's a lot of money and there's a lot of hopes riding up on that. Then there is also internal factors as well. So this can be within the company. It could be like pressure among members, pressure among other things. Like I said, after you debut, that is not the end of the road. A lot of things happen. You are put out into a world and the world is your oyster. So because they have a unique life, a unique work as celebrities, they are subjected to a lot of things. Some people cope well and some people don't cope well. First off, the work environment. The work environment can tend to be toxic, so they're under a lot of pressure. One is their work. They have to do their work well. So part of their work is delivering the responsibilities as artists, as entertainers. There's also their fans. So they're under a lot of pressure from fans. Some fans would expect you to look a certain way, so they would want to look their best all the time, or like a single is coming out, or like their image when they present themselves on TV. There's also themselves. They are being pressured by themselves so much. As the saying goes, you are your own worst critic. Then there is also the company. So some companies, I'm not saying all are, some companies do pressure their idols indirectly. This is especially true when it comes to training, because they want to produce the best and most well-rounded idol. So you are going through a lot of trainees, so you have to pressure them to do their best so that you choose the best ones, right? Also, they are always being watched. They are being watched under a microscope, like a hawk. Because they're celebrities, they will be criticized for every single little thing. If someone dresses this way, they'll be talked about. If someone eats this, they'll be talked about. If someone speaks out about this, they'll be talked about. Also are subjected to haters. So there are some people who just put out a lot of negative energy, and they aren't aware how harsh these words can be to the person who is being attacked. That is heavy words. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you isn't true, especially in this day and age. Social media makes connections, makes communication easier, because you just have to go on your phone and communicate. But the problem with this is you can do it anonymously. So this is where haters and extreme people come in, because they will hate someone. They'll just write stuff. There have been stuff like, oh, you should die, or you're so fat. There's just so much stuff. In K-pop idol culture, there is something called a sane fan. So a sane fan is a very, very extreme fan where they will go to lengths, leaps and bounds to be as close as they can to their idol or make a lasting impression on their idol. So this can be anything. Calling them 50 or 100 times on their phone just to hear their voice. They leave bloodied notes or razors or something. Can you imagine that? Will you be able, if you're subjected to that, will you guys be able to get through that? That's like the job of idols, the job of celebrities looks very glamorous, but there is also a darker side to it. There is so much that they go under, like pressures and all that can get to them. In the end, they're human. They feel, they eat, they sleep, they go to the bathroom. At one point, some of these idols will collapse under the pressure. And that is where we get to the very extreme part. This is a trigger warning, so if you are very sensitive to topics like this, I suggest you exit my video just for your safety. If you are not, and if you're okay listening to this, then we can proceed. The most extreme topics would be when it comes to mental breakdowns and suicides. The most talked about topic recently was of AOA Mina. So AOA Mina is actually one of my favorite members from AOA, and she had posted a lot of stuff from her social media where she was being bullied by her co-member AOA Jimin. And this is gonna be another topic, but she also posted pictures of her wrist, and if you guys want to check it out, go ahead, but Again, I would like to warn you, it's a trigger warning. After that, that's when the whole thing happened where she would share everything that is going on or her experiences in the past. AOA talked about it as a group, and in the end, Jimin left the entertainment world completely after this, after leaving an apology. There are suicides. Okay, so the suicide rate in Korea is crazy. Next to Japan, there are a lot of celebrities that have taken their lives in the past, but the ones that really hit hard, especially for those of the younger generation, are when K-pop idols took their lives. So these are the idols: Hara from Kara, Sully from FX, and Junghyun from SHINee. And there are also other trainees, young actors, and celebrities that have taken their lives as well. Hara, Sully, and Junghyun were all my favorite members in the group. Like, they were all my top favorites, and they really succumbed under the pressure of different reasons. Sully succumbed under a lot of hate for the longest time. Even since she was with FX, she was under a lot of hate and pressure because of her weight, because of the things she did, and because of all those things. And Hara is actually her best friend, and Hara went under a lot of hate as well, and she also had a scandal in the past. But people were hoping, very much hoping, that she would stay strong, but unfortunately she passed as well. Because of what happened, a lot of people started being more open and being more aware about mental health. And this is when there was a shift that started to happen where people were more open in talking about mental health. One of the recent actors that have passed is a Japanese actor named Haruma Miura. He is one of my favorite actors, and he was part of my childhood, and I watch a lot of his movies. And there was no statement yet, but a lot of people are speculating it's because of the pressure from himself and what a lot of people thought about his works or him. Because of these recent events, the Korean industry has gotten more experimental, especially when it comes to their music videos. There are a lot of music videos nowadays that are talking about it. I talked about it in my Hwasa reaction, so you can check that out. There's also the Netflix drama called It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and it talks a lot about mental health. Each of their episodes talk about mental health and struggles and how to deal with it. And I just love seeing that people are being more open and talking about it. And this shouldn't be limited to just idols, though I know that is my topic. This should be also about other people like yourself, the people closest to you, and all that. First is support. People who you think or you feel are struggling, they need support. They need you to talk to them. For idols, their company has to be more open with them, or like have someone who will talk to them about their problems. Their friends, their friends and their members should help them out, or help out a member. And then there's also the fans. Actually, the fans really are a big factor because it's two ways. Like, there are haters and there are anti-fans, and then there are fans. The fans are your idol's safe haven. Like, you are the people who support them, give them strength. So just do more of that. Be kind, be very kind. Like, there's no expense to be kind. Being kind is priceless. Some people don't know about mental illnesses, or that there are different intensities or all that. So it's good to help people being informed about it. This one is specifically for celebrities because, as I said, there are extreme fans where they don't respect their space anymore, where, they're following them anywhere. Respect the space. It goes a long way. I hope that this topic not only taught you something new, but at the same time made it more aware that your K-pop idols are just like you. It's just they have a unique work. They have unique circumstance, and just so you know, your idol might need you. They might need your support. And like, even me, like, I would check Mina's Instagram every day and leave her a message. And it doesn't take much to leave a good message. It can be for anyone, your best friend or someone. Support, be kind, and pass it on. So I'd love to know your thoughts about it. comment in the comment section down below if you guys have any thoughts, any comments. Have you struggled with it before? I would love to hear about it. If you know idols who are struggling as well, I would love to hear it in the comment section down below. Also, if you have any requests for topics in the future, please comment request first and then the topic so that I can search for it later on, because there's a lot of things. And then yeah, and then that is it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification for updates. That is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my episode for today. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!